Good day, my people. You see, most business, most startups rather, fail for so many reasons. We know finance is there. We know market forces also involves. But all of this, there's a reason behind it. So let me share a brief story with you guys. A few months ago, I met a young lady. We got talking, and she said she wanted to start a business, and she had passion for cooking. I said, okay, that's nice. So, this cookie you want to go into, how do you want to start and what are your plans? He said she just need money. That's the only thing that's holding her down. I was like, money. Is that all you need? He said, yes. I said, wow. Okay, so now if you get money, what is your proposed budget, for instance? What are you looking at basically? He said, like 2 million or thereabouts. While she was saying this, I was just looking, studying her containers and everything. I was like, man, this young lady is not, she's not even seeing it yet. So I had to give her a brief summary. Like, if you really want to go into business, there are certain things you have to consider. First off, you can't just get 2 million and put into a business. Have you studied some basic things? Every business has a study and requirement that you have to look at before you go into it. Now, what am I saying in effect? Big companies that are well established, even if, let's say for instance, a company is coming in from the Western world and want to come and set up in Nigeria, they do a due diligence before they come. Even if you're selling the market to them and say it's a big market. So now, there's something called feasibility study. What this does is it gives you a practical assessment of what you are going into. You know, whether the business is a big one or a small one, feasibility study gives you a guide so that you do a survey to understand if what you're coming to do is something that would be okay, an idea or something that people will buy into. Now, feasibility study also has four branches to it. Now, these four branches, they have each of their own functions. These are the fundamentals that every startup should think about before you set up a business. And that is why most times when you pitch your idea to somebody that wants to invest and you cannot convince the person, this is just the basic reasons. You have to be able to tell the person, I have done my research, I've studied the environment, I know what these people need, I know I can push it, and I know that your investment is sure. That is one thing every investor wants to consider. Now, if you are considering this feasibility study, you have to first of all look at the technical aspect of it. You have to consider an assessment of whether a project, if it's located in a certain environment, would go will be successful in terms of implementation and probably logistics, all of that. These are very technical issues that I have to consider. Probably if you are doing a delivery, for example, and you are sited at somewhere, maybe you are located at somewhere in maybe mainland, and most of your clients are on the island, that is not a good business that would really thrive. You have to look at those technicalities in your business. Then the other one is the financial aspect. This is where every investor is very interested in. Now, so it gives you a summary of the viability of a business, the cost and its effectiveness of a business. Every business owner or every investor wants to think about, what are my returns of investment? Are my investment sure? Is it sure that if I give you 2 million and in the next 2 years you can turn this 2 million into something that I can say, okay, fine, let's expand, or I get my money back? This is very, very important. Now, what does this viability of business really entails? Now, you have to look at people you want to sell your business to in that basic environment. Let's say, I give this example often. If you walk into an African restaurant, you can't come to an African restaurant carrying chopsticks that the Chinese man will use to eat spaghetti. It doesn't work. So if you are selling something in an environment and maybe the people around the environment, they are not people that will buy into your business, you have just planned to fail. That is why you have to also look at the viability of your business. Very, very, very important. market feasibility. You study the environment, like I said, in terms of technicality. Now, feasibility of the market. Okay, what products am I going to bring into this market that people want to buy into? If you are selling something small, you also need to consider this. Let's say you sell eggs in an environment and you discover this thing is not selling. You can quickly tweak it and take the egg. Probably you now sell drinks. You'll be amazed that the drinks will have more response than the egg. This is what they call market feasibility study. You have to study all of this. Then the fourth one is the operational feasibility study. This talks about how your business ideas will solve problems and everything. So if you can do all of these things, it simply means that you have done your due diligence. Then you now have to move to how to now implement, which is also very key. So remember, do an assessment of the area and be sure that what you want to go into is something that people will want to buy. Then you have to think about the technicalities, talking about the operational forces that you have to look at, talking about financial forces and market forces. All of these things are what helps a business thrive. No one should overlook it. Most times, the reason why people just go into, okay, let me try this. They also, it's what they call market, you're testing the market. But for a big company that wants to put in money into an environment or a country rather, they ensure that they do all these things to avoid them losing too much money. They rather carry out due diligence, which is done by the professionals. They pay them off, and the people will assure them that this thing is good, bring it, we'll sell it. Then rather than just going into the business and not getting results. So if you really want to succeed in your business and you feel it's something that you want to go into, ensure that you weigh these things and don't just wake up in the morning and say, I want to start selling chips or I want to start making ice cream. You have to look at the environment, look at the people there, and look at your audience, your target audience. That's what is really key. Ensure that. So I was done with this lady after telling her that she has not done her budgeting, she has not done the market survey and all of that. She now said yes. I advised her, which is an extra bonus. If you want to start a business, start small. If I start it from your house and you grow on it, you can drive everything online these days. So don't always feel like I have the money, I just want to go into a business. If you do that, that means you've already planned to fail. It's always good you have a certain budget, you test the market and see if what you are going into will fly. So I hope this basic analogy will help you in your business, in your startups, and help you also scale up your business as well. Thank you, and please do like and follow us. Probably share this video to those that you might never know who you would want to help with something like this. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.